Designing Online Assessment for Students by Andy Richard. Implementation and evaluation of plan. I will be using Kia.com as an online assessment tool in my accounting class. At the end of each chapter, we'll provide us online study guide, review activity, and test. The evaluation of my plan will be to analyze from the online assessments to pinpoint struggle areas and content and reteach any lessons if necessary. My personal and professional goals: to create an authentic online assessment for my students, use appropriate feedback for online tasks, and gain better knowledge and understanding of students' mastery of concepts. I will evaluate my progress by seeing the results of my online assessment. I can use the results from my online assessment to pinpoint concepts students struggled with. Viewing student results question by question can allow me to find any misconceptions of topics we covered in class. I can use this valuable information to reteach lessons to reach all learners in my classroom. However, this is not the only way to determine if I have been successful in creating authentic, formative, and summative assessment. I will monitor my class to see if the online activities are engaging and fun for my students. Some of the anticipated challenges and strategies to address those challenges. Students adapting to the online environment. In our school, quite a few students do not have the online experience and be able to navigate the online environment in the classroom. They can do it in their personal world, but translating that to the classroom may be a challenge for some of them. And I will address this by providing real world examples of students going to college and needing to be able to use an online platform to be able to communicate with professors, hand in assignments, and prepping them for life after high school. They go to college, or if they enter the workforce, they will communicate with their boss or coworkers via email. So just making sure they're super comfortable in that online environment. Another challenge that I have is the time commitment to create all the online tasks for each chapter. I plan to update each chapter as we go throughout the year, but doing just one chapter was hours of work, and I am hoping that I can eventually be able to streamline the process. But if I can stay one chapter ahead of my students, hopefully by the end of the year, I will have everything completed and I will be ready to go next year with everything being online. Course concepts applied. Access current teaching environment and resources to determine appropriate approach to online assessments. This course objective aligns with my goals as I plan to research and develop online assessment that is best for my students. Design formative assessments to monitor student learning and adjust instruction accordingly. I plan on designing formative assessment activities in my accounting class to reinforce learning concepts. I can adjust my learning concepts for students with IEPs by giving them different review tasks with less answers to select from. Create an online summative assessments with authentic learning tasks. I would like to create online study guides and online tests that students can take to be part of their grade. This will give students immediate feedback, and their study guides can be taken multiple times to demonstrate mastery. Evaluate and improve online assessment of student performance. I will evaluate the results of my online assessments to improve student performance by reteaching common misconceptions that may have happened the first time teaching the material. Knowledge and skills the learner will gain from the artifact. Why various forms of assessment are important. Various forms of assessment are needed to give teachers multiple ways to determine if a student has learned the content. Not every student learns the same or gives the same answer, so allowing students to showcase mastery of content in a variety of ways is essential to their learning and development. My experience developing online assessment based on my work in this course. Developing online assessment is a front-loaded, heavy task. It takes a lot of time to develop the content online. Once the assessments are created, it will increase the efficiency of my classroom by automatically grading the students' work and pinpointing struggle areas of content. How my audience can assess their options for the online assessment. I am giving my students multiple ways to demonstrate mastery of content through study guides, review activities, and tests. Students will be able to instantly see their scores and see if they have a chance to improve their scores if need be. The possibilities for developing authentic assessments online. There are many platforms that you can use to develop authentic assessments online. It's important to choose the best one that fits your students' needs. Students also need multiple forms of feedback, and giving that feedback online and both in person helps ensure that the student will know what they need to do. The online feedback is a way to document what the student needs to work on so they can work on that at home and have a reference to go back to. And the in person feedback allows the student to know that you care about them and their development in your course. The 5 key takeaways for my audience are: be comfortable in online assessment, demonstrate mastery of content in a variety of ways, successfully complete all online assessment tasks, be able to handle online feedback. Students are able to communicate online with me regarding any feedback that is given to them. These are the resources that I used for my presentation and also the resources that my students will use. And in the next part of the video, I will demonstrate these resources.